So today on Real Journey, I bought a kayak.
You heard that correctly. I bought a kayak. More specifically, I bought the Jonny Boats Bass 100. And I'm going to tell you why I bought the Jonny Boats Bass 100. But first, we still have to roll my intro. I haven't even rolled my intro yet. Roll the intro.
Are you listening?
Alright, so in order to tell you why I bought the Jonny Boats Bass 100, first, I have to show you why I bought the Jonny Boats Bass 100. Here, watch this. Alright, so as you could see from that video, that is how we're going to get that kayak from A to B. We're going to put it on the roof of the car. Then when we get there, we're going to take it to the water. And then we're going to get in the water. We're going to put a trolling motor on the back. And this is rated for an outboard motor, a 2.5 horse outboard motor. I've seen people put 6 horsepowers on there. That seems kind of nuts. But it is rated for a 2.5 horsepower, so we could have an outboard motor on that at some point in time and really cover some water and really explore and really get to fish, you know, an entire lake that normally we couldn't fish with a regular kayak. So that's going to be, you know, a game changer for us where we're trying to make content. We're trying to make these fishing videos. And if you're interested in fishing videos or interested in Jonny Boats, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of DIY stuff for my Jonny Boat so that I can maximize it as much as possible. If you're interested in any or all of that, hey, hit that subscribe button, make that red button turn gray. And that's what the big YouTubers like to say. So hopefully we can grow this channel. Hopefully, you know, maybe if you have a Jonny Boat as well, you know, I can help you in your journey. And so I just want to say this is an awesome little boat. So you see in the video, it has that flat back, that transom area. You can mount a trolling motor to it. I already had a trolling motor, so that didn't cost me anything. And we were cruising with that. But you can also put an outboard motor on it, a 2.5 horse, and really cruise, really do some exploring. So that is a main reason why I bought this Jonny Boats Bass 100. Also, It's only $900. Yeah, you heard that right, $900. I know if you're not familiar with fishing kayaks, that's going to sound like a crazy amount of money, but I'm telling you, most kayaks that do what this one does, they start at like $1,500 and up. Now, that's $600 right there, you know, for a $1,500 one. I mean, a 2.5 horsepower Suzuki, I think, is like $750. So for the price of, you know, another kayak, we could have a 2.5 horsepower outboard motor on the back. And the other kayak probably doesn't even, you know, have a transom or a flat back. There's not many kayaks that do, you know. So for the price of that, look what you can do. And, you know, Jonny Boats is all about making the boat your own, making it your own. And I'm a DIY guy myself, do-it-yourself guy, so I can fix some things, I can make some things, and I've already started to make some things for this that's probably going to be in some future videos. And I mean, you saw the cart. I made the cart. I threw that together, and it works. And I threw that together because I already had, you know, the parts needed to make that. So that didn't really cost me anything, and I could throw it together quickly so I could get out on the water and make this video for you. But I've already started to make some things that are going to be pretty interesting, like outriggers. Now, you can stand in the kayak. You could see I was shaking it back and forth in that video, like trying to, you know, make it off balance. So you can stand in it, but is it the most stable kayak out there? No. And you wouldn't expect it to be at the $900 price range. Not when there's, you know, $4,000, $5,000 kayaks out there, you know, $900. But it does do well. You can stand on it. You can stand and fish from it. You can put a stand-up bar on it, and you can lean on it, and that will help you fish, you know, be a little more stable on there. Or, you know, you can put some outriggers on there. And I plan on doing that, so look forward to that. I plan on putting adjustable outriggers at that. So when I put adjustable outriggers, that means, say I have my trolling motor and I'm cruising from spot to spot, or an outboard motor, I'm cruising from spot to spot. When you have your outriggers down in the water, you're a lot more stable. Like, it's not going anywhere. Like, you feel like there's no way it can tip over when you have your outriggers down in the water. But it creates a lot of drag when you're trying to get from point A to point B. It significantly slows you down, or it wears down your battery, or you use more gas if you're using an outboard motor. All those things come into play. But if you have adjustable ones, you can move them up and out of the water, and then you can cruise to your spot. Then when you get to your spot, you can adjust them, put them down in that water, and then you're stable, and you can start standing and fishing there. So that is a plan for what I have planned. And so cost, I covered that. The transom, that's awesome. There's not many kayaks that have that flat back, that have that option of putting an outboard motor on there. That was huge in my decision. I do want to get an outboard motor at some point, or an electrical one. Some of these companies out there, I'm not that familiar with the electrical motor companies, but I know like Torpedo, Bixby, I believe, and I think there's some other ones out there. Like, they have like rated for 3 horsepower motors, but it's electric. I mean, that would be cool to put on the back of there, and maybe move that trolling motor somewhere else. And you can buy a trolling motor from Jonny Boats. It's like in the pod in the center of the kayak, which is nice to have access to it right there in front of you. But it costs $600 or $700 more to buy that, and I already have a trolling motor. So I'm like, you know, I don't think I really need that. Maybe in the future it'd be nice to have it, but I don't see the need for it right now. You see, I can cruise around with that trolling motor. And that's a 35-pound thrust trolling motor. I know people have better trolling motors than that. They have 55-pound thrust. And people have been clocked going like 5 miles per hour, which is pretty fast in a kayak with a trolling motor. So you put an outboard motor on there, you're gonna cruise. People have put a 6 horsepower motor on there, but it's only rated for like a 2.5. I don't know how like a 6, you know, was able to be on there. That's nuts, but someone did it. I believe his name is Alex, Alex with an I in there, Alex. I forget his last name, and but he did that. That was nuts. That was cool. It was cool to watch that. So I covered the price, I covered the transom, and the size. Okay, size is important, right? So I have a little Prius, and I don't have a truck, and the Prius can't tow for squat. Okay, you know, it's good for gas mileage. That's about it. And so I can't tow a trailer. Now, is it nicer to tow a trailer with a Jonny boat with any kayak? Yes, it is. But if you know how to put the kayak up on the roof of a vehicle and take it down, it's not as hard as you think. Now, if I was to, I'm not that weak of a person, but if I was to use brute strength to just pick up the kayak and put it up on the roof, I mean, at the end of a day, at the end of a long fishing day, that would kill me. It's not that hard though. You can pick it up one end at a time. Maybe I'll make a whole video about how to load it and unload it and stuff like that. It's really not that hard. If you know how to do it, it doesn't take the type of strength you need. And the Jonny boat is only 77 pounds. For a kayak that does everything it does, that is not a lot. And it's only 10 feet long, so it's small. So I can store it in my garage. I can put it, you know, a lot of people have HOA. You know, they can't get a John boat for X, Y, and Z reasons, but they can store this on the side of their house or what have you. So there's just so many things that this was just the right purchase for me. I will say that Jonny Boats is made by Feel Free Kayaks, and I would love to be sponsored by them. If they come across this video, I would love to be sponsored by you, or, you know, at least do like an affiliate program thing. And if for those of you that aren't familiar with affiliate programming, like I give you a code on the screen, and then you can go and then you purchase something from them, you use the code and you save money, and then I get a small percentage of that money. So literally everyone wins in that situation. So I'm a big fan of that, you know, and so that's cool. I would love to have that situation, but I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anyone, at least not at the time of making this. It would also be cool to be sponsored by like one of these electric motor companies like Torqeedo or Bixby, or I'm not that familiar with those companies. There's probably more, but that would be cool too. I could throw one of those on the back. That would be awesome. Another reason is in the future I might want to get into kayak tournament fishing. This probably isn't the best, but it's not the most expensive either, you know? And so by the time I'm done with this, it's going to be a lot better than what it is, and it's already good, you know? So there's a lot of the reasons why I had to buy the Jonny Boats Bass 100 as my fishing kayak, as my fishing vessel for 2021. And I'm going to maximize it, and I'm going to see how far we can take this journey that is Real Journey. And man, it would be cool to get sponsored though, or affiliate program. And you know what? If I do get affiliate program with Feel Free Kayaks, who make Jonny Boats, I will have my code in the description below in case this video does well. And I just want to say that, I mean, it would be awesome to be sponsored by them. I actually went to the warehouse that I bought this kayak from. They had tons of kayaks, and they actually had, I believe it's Feel Free's lure was on the floor, so like you could get in it and sit in it, and it had that gravity seat. They call it a gravity seat. It's super comfortable. I sat in that sucker and I was like, man, I might not even be buying the Jonny boat. I was like, this is nice. I really almost bought that, you know, but that's more of like a paddling situation. You can hook up like a trolling motor situation if you really wanted to and stuff like that. But I'm not like a paddling purist. Like a lot of people out there that kayak fish, you know, they love to paddle and only the paddle, you know, and then or pedaling they also do. And that's all cool. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that a little bit here and there. But majority of the time I'm trying to make these videos, I need to cover water. I need to fish as many spots as possible so that I can get fish catches in these videos for you all. So to me, you know, the Jonny Boats Bass 100, I can put an outboard motor on it eventually, and I can run a trolling motor. That was more ideal for me. And then if I do fish kayak tournaments in the future, maybe 2022 or something, you just take off the outboard motor. You're not really allowed to use those in tournaments. So those are a lot of the reasons why I picked up the Jonny Boats Bass 100. I think it's a great little kayak. It might not be for everyone, but it seems to check all the boxes for me. Yeah, it just seems like a great little kayak. I can't wait to see what happens with it and see what happens on this real journey. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you made the red button turn gray like the big YouTubers say. And that's going to be it for today on Real Journey. We're out. Peace.